Okay, Santos, it's really nice to connect with you. It's been fabulous being able to connect with you. I want to just turn around and just thank you for everything that you've done. You've probably heard it many times before. However, this is a different thank you, because what I'm trying to say is from a human on this plane. I'm trying to thank you for all your efforts that you're doing and what you've done and how you've shifted conscience. You've managed to shift all of that knowledge inside of you. You've got from another world, a massively another world. You've connected to a massive higher being, and your residence is spread throughout the entire world. Now, I'm a fitness trainer, and I also put up rails for old people and steps for old people. I'm kind of like a giver, which is absolutely fine. Love doing it. I appreciate doing it. Never been fond of earning much money. Not interested in it. I just want to help others out. So it's not like I've never helped and I've listened to your videos and now I want to help. I've always helped and I want to help more. Now, I'm in the sports industry, and I spend a lot of time training people on their fueling system, which is their, you would call it diet, but I believe as die. You can never withstand a diet, because DIE spells die. I mean, that's pretty obvious, written in the title. But I also, I see people, turn into fitness and exercise due to ill health, or people have passed away, or things have happened in their life, and it's something that they can have a comfort with. Now, what I've managed to do is sync what you talk about, which I think is the universe talking through you, my friend. And I talk about the Lucifer and the Satan effect, the yin and the yang, the black energy, the white energy, and what's come out of that, the red shift, blue shift. And I can penetrate people's barriers, right? And the reason why I can do that is down to you. What you've given me is some tools, because before I could get stressy that they carry on eating and stuff like that, and sometimes they're eating meat, and sometimes, well, actually 9 times out of 10 they're eating meat, and they're just using a form of exercise or relief because they feel bad what they've gobbled up at the weekend. So what I've managed to do is put videos together and then push it out to people, and I've got so much confidence in it. And if you look at all the other fitness instructors, they learn a theory book to pass. They call it a YMCA course over in England, and they could do it, and it takes 2 weeks, and then they become a personal trainer. No life experience, no understanding what it's like to push your abilities. I've pushed my abilities. I've had world records. I've pushed so hard. I'm physically tired sometimes, but without your information, truth, I would never have been able to do it. And the reason for this is because when you talk about Lucifer and Satan, and when you've got the good energy and the bad energy, what a great way to explain to people what's actually going on. So if they can control their diet, once their diet starts to be controlled, they can start to wake up, because what happened is they instantly start to take this good source of nutrition. And the reason why it's good, what a guess, numbers and letters. So music, for example, has notes, which are letters, yeah? So when someone talks to you, and they talk to you horribly, am I right in saying they're talking to you with words? So does that mean that your soul is connected to words? Like when you talk to water and you're trying to grow something, and sometimes you ignore it or you hate it, it all grows differently, each plant grows differently. So that would mean that your words that you talk has a connection to your soul. So when you listen to music can either shift your conscious but shift your soul, when they call it soul music. I mean, what an easy way to understand that. And when you understand that, you can then anyone's got a problem and they send it to you, you can understand that when they send you them signals, them bad signals, that's them talking. So isn't it a great understanding? Like, honestly, if you know that words have an effect on you because they can make you sad or make you happy, you know that them words suddenly mean nothing, because you could actually put a shield there and stop yourself from being sad, because you know it's the soul which is being affected. They are digitally rewiring you, not digitally, but they are rewiring you in a sense with their words. So when people go out and they listen to meditation music, what are they listening to? They listen to white noise. Well, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the white noise is a calming aspect of our life. So the white noise is good noise. But then I can listen to seductive music, you know, red, you know, and people start dancing weird. Well, doesn't that mean that it's taken over the fact that your body is taken over the body? No? Isn't this easy to explain? So then when you start to explain and say that, hang on, letters, okay, so you got notes. Give me an A, give me a B, give me a C. How do you feel? Did it hit your spirit? Did it shiver you? So you are intertwined with words. And we've got a vocabulary which has spells on each word. So let's go a little bit further than that. What about numbers? Oh, wow. Let's have a look at the light. Numbers are light. So right now, instantly, you're sitting here thinking to yourself, hold on, there's a connection to a lot of different things here. So you can judge how hot the sun is by digitally seeing how hot it is with numbers. Right, so would that suggest then to me that the soul is the lettering, like DNA, the lettering, and the spirit is numbers, which is in a higher sense? You come down with the letters and you transfer the letters and you shift your conscious into numbers, and then you shift off through the sun. Makes perfect sense to me, doesn't it? Because numbers, how old are you? 36. Oh, how'd you work that one out? How many times the sun has gone around, as they say, around the earth? All right, okay, so that's distance. Light speed. I mean, obviously, you know, when they put them, you know, they've got the police who go around and they got these old zapper things, and they zap how fast you're going. How do they do that? Well, what they do, they send a light to them. So light's information, and is it? Oh yeah, what a surprise. And some of the light you can't even see. So it is a digital form. So that means, in a sense, that lettering is information, yeah, which is connected together to produce something, okay? And if you put the wrong lettering in, even your organ, a vibration of a different musical note, you're going to have an effect. Your voice is your command. Your voice, you have to connect with the different planets with your voice. And it's easy to work this out. It doesn't take rocket science. Numbers, the higher self, the bigger self. Get rid of the ego, because the ego is the lettering. Because the lettering is the one which gets emotionally scarred. The lettering, not the spirit. The spirit is what you can see. Information with numbers. A higher sense. Right, so you've got this, right? Now, when you grab a plant and you eat plant-based food, you know, herbs or fruit or vegetables, what's that got in it? Well, not only it's got the 4 elements in it, it can carry on growing once you peel it, but it also has the numbers and the lettering. It's got all of it. So once you start eating this, you then become it. Simple, right? So why don't they get that? So then you've got the Lucifer and the Satan effect. Well, what is Lucifer and Satan? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. but it's, everything's got two energies. So even with the lettering and the numbers, you could look at the wrong numbers, the wrong light, or you could have the right light. They always say, you can enjoy the fire or it can burn you. It's obvious. My God, why can't they see that? So then, you're going back to the yin and the yang, and then the hybrid, blue shift, red shift, which you explain perfectly well. There ain't an ounce you're wrong, mate. You are absolutely spot on the mark. I told you, from another world, mate. From another world. You are. You've given us massive amount of information. So right, let's have a look at this. So if you got the yin and the yang, right, and you got Satan and Lucifer illuminates stuff as a material thing, right? So Lucifer is going, hey, come by me. All right. With numbers, so what he's done, he's lit up your first coronation, what you first came here as a mineral. It lights up and says, this Porsche here will do you fantastic. Right. So what they do, they illuminate the car, the essential thing that you feel like is going to change your world. They illuminate that to you, and they also put numbers on it. Money, the only energy in this entire planet which is exactly like a human, but is dead. What I mean by that is, first of all, it's a material. Second of all, it's a number. Third of all, you talk about it, and it can affect you if you don't have it or you do have it. So would that not explain that that's a human? So energy of money is a human form, but it's a dead human form, because everyone talks about, I haven't got enough money. I feel depressed because I haven't got money to buy that, or I need to keep on making my payments because of that money. So not only Lucifer has so look, first of all, numbers, yeah, numbers is the representative of how many dollars there is, or how many pounds, that's a number. And then also then the material of the actual note itself is made by earth. Can't eat it though, can you? And then you can have a look at the fact that you've got the Lucifer effect and the Satan effect. Satan, you know, he makes you, you're not good enough anymore because you didn't get any more money. Ooh, come on. It's obvious. Right, let me go back on it. I always go off on a tangent. So when I explain to my clients about the Lucifer and the Satan effect, I also bring in parasites. So I turn around and say, look, you walk into the shop, and then you got Lucifer illuminate that nice big donut, and you want to go and eat it. And then Satan's going, you missed that donut there. You don't want to go back and go and get it. All right, so one of them you can see, and the other one's in your head. Well, that's an interesting thing, isn't it? It's just in your head. And you can see it. And they ain't going to do nothing for you. And then you got these parasites which are going, oh, come on, man. You need to feed me. Put that thing in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Because when you put that in your mouth, I'll be satisfied. Bearing in mind, it takes 4 hours for the body actually to digest it. What are you satisfying? Just your hunger? Just to shut them things up? So when I talk about to people about their diet plan, I normally talk about their fueling system. And one of the things I massively always talk about is the fact, who's in control of who? Are you in control of you, or is someone else in control of you? Because I don't drink, and if I have a drink, I don't feel like I have another drink. I don't even finish it. I don't smoke. I don't indulge in gluttonous food all the time. You know, I don't have anything which controls me. And I like my life like that because that is me. All the other things aren't me. They're things which are controlled. And I don't want to be controlled. I want to have my own thought process. So then you start talking about, because remember, I'm seeing it from a different point of view. Everyone's bored and listening to diets all the time because you can't sustain a diet. So then I start to talk to them about, so the blue shift and the red shift and how it's a hybrid of black and white. And then I go on, and surprisingly to me, they start to be encouraged to listen to what I have to say. Because now I've told them more information than they've ever been told before. And guess what? It resonates. They are believing what I'm saying because they're thinking, actually, in fact, he's actually right. Because I'm talking to you as a human. I came off me 4 years ago. Any sports person or professional sports people I train, I kick their asses. I kick their asses and they get loads of money. And I kick their ass. It don't matter who it is. I kick their ass. Do you know why? Because I've got a strong body, strong mind, and I think differently. I can play the game, of the human laugh and the giggle. I am a joker sometimes. I can play it. But I have two minds. Got my left side, my right side, and I've got two minds. So when I start talking about the red shift and the blue shift, they don't really know much about the chakras either, do they? Well, let's just link this in. So when the black dark energy is up there every night, and the white energy which moves across and pulsates across the earth, it produces a blue shift and a red shift. When the blue one goes past, the white one goes past the black, yin and yang. And then what's caused two poles, north and south. What colour are they? Well, if we look up, it's blue. And if you look down, it'll be red. Right, okay, so let's talk about the chakras. Now, if you heat an element up as hot as you possibly can, what's the first colour it turns into? And we all know it, red. Then the next colour, blue. So what's released after that? What's the energy released? Green. Ah, okay. So if you just look out that window of yours and you see what's going on up there, you see a blue shift and it's red shift down at the bottom. And then you start to look and see, oh look, greenery. Oh, grass, green. Oh, so the sun's information of numbers has come down here and it's produced life and a tree, right? So as soon as you turn around and say, tree, you lose all of its magical powers. Because a tree is a degrade. You've downgraded it. Actually, it's a light source. The best thing to say is, how many trees are there? And then they go, 10. All right, how many leaves are there? Wow, they're all different. 15, 16. Oh, so what you do, you're representing the number of the energy of the sun, which has come down and mated with ether and produced all this vegetation, which has all numbers in it, with sound, that because you put a word to it, you lose all of its magical powers. Right. And when you look at your chakras, let me go into that quickly. What is your bottom one? Red. Oh, okay, so red represents what? The bottom chakra, the animal. Animal instinct, sex. Red light district. How many more red things do you want me to talk about? All the bad stuff's red. Royal family. Everything. My God, you have to be a person who needs to have a little look. Everything's red, it's bad. So then I start working up the chakra, and you start to realize that obviously you've got the green chakra, which is in your heart, and then you go, so look, so I represent the blue shift at the top, red shift at the bottom, and green in the middle. Oh, no surprise. Now, you wouldn't have seen this coming, would you? So, if it's blue at the top, red at the bottom, middle bit's green, where the earth is and what's produced on it, and you can see green vegetation, where would that be in your chakra? Would that be your heart? that would be your heart, which means green. Let's move a couple words around in heart. What do you spell? Earth. Could even write it. This is a very complicated system, because I'm telling you now, if it was easy, sorry brother, if it was easy, or if it wasn't very complicated, it would have berries growing on thistles. But it doesn't. It has thistles and it has berries next to it. Very complicated. And if you were going to design a system and you were the top dog up there, you were God, the creator, you would design the system exactly the same. You only have to look at a rainbow to see the true nature of this world. Look at the rainbow, 7 different colors, 7 different chakras, 7 different planets. It's all linked. 12 colors of life, 12 notes, 12 disciples, 12 energy sources, from Aries all the way around to Pisces. How easy is it to understand if you actually spend time learning it? All these people I'm talking to and teaching, there's a rush from the maternity ward to this cemetery. That's all they want to do. Rush. And all they're going to do is rush to come back. I'm going out of that sun with you, mate. I just wanted to talk to you and then, kind of talk how I talk. I mean, I know you get people on your show. I'm not expected to go on your show at all. But I've watched you from probably one of your first ever videos, and I know a lot of people thank you for everything you've done, but I'm thanking you from all the humans that haven't thanked you. I'm thanking you because your journey could not have been easy, because the maritime laws, all these different things that you've had to go through, this itching thing that you've got, to know your information and keep sane. You've shifted up here. See, I know a lot of information, not as much as you, but I still have a laugh, because you can't let it get to you. Moderate life, right? Teach your teaching. Explain what's going on. It will flow. And I don't need to give you any advice, because you already know it. You know your own advice. And you're on that path. Massively on that path. When I watch people talking about you, Benarchi, they got so much respect for you. You've managed to, lots of people jump on things, right? So they jump on the fact that the planet's flat and they want to be these flat earthers and stuff like that. People have jumped onto things without educating themselves about it. I've spent maybe 7 years watching your stuff, if not longer. And I've watched it time and time again. Sometimes I only have to watch it once, and then I get a hala moment 2 days later. My mind isn't wired up the same as other people. Mine is all about how to relate to people and how to explain to people what's actually going on in a way that they can understand it. And know where they are, where they're standing. Know what it was like to eat meat and be told you need to eat meat because you're not a man if you don't eat meat. So, and then what I do, I prove to them, without them knowing, they question it themselves. Because I could take it to the water, but they got to drink out of it. It's the same as you. Your words will speak volumes for years, my brother, for years. Young generation coming up now, have no clue. Absolutely no clue. And it's all about fame, that red chaperone, not moderate life. You know, there's a deep issue with people trying to grow their own vegetables, because obviously that's been taken away from us. Driving down these lanes with the island in the middle, all of these stupid rules which we have to abide with, and from the Queen and the Vatican City. But I know something's going to happen. I know the shift in conscience is, a lot of it's down to what you've actually been able to talk about. I've watched other gurus talking, where they call them gurus, you know, I'll call you a saint, but them the gurus people follow, you know what? Some of them are half-truthers. Most of them are. Some of them have got good things to say. I'm not saying they haven't, but people need their own vitality. They need to be alone in that jungle. They need to find their strength. Stop following leaders. You know, they stand behind shouting as they walk backwards. You know, too much talk about how to change the world. It's just retch. There's no vomit. Nothing like that. So, all you know, like, obviously I get hyped up when I'm talking about certain things, because it's pretty obvious when you actually spend a little bit of time and you take away from money, the energy of money and the energy of the system that you're in, and you actually pull that person away. And I wish I was never taught certain words, because then I have to change my vocabulary, because actually them words mean they can change people's soul. The spirit, you know, the spirit it doesn't say anything. Just lights on you. There it is. There's the information. Ones and zeros, ones and zeros. The energy of the 12 different zodiacs. Anyway, all I wanted to say to you, my brother, is that I know I've chatted quite a lot, and you probably haven't got much time, and you're probably sitting on the toilet watching it. I don't know, you know, the amount of times you've got to get over to speak to people and stuff like that. It must be unreal. I don't expect a message back, but I just thought I'd just tell you that, mate, brother, what you're doing, it works. End of. It works. End of. Love it. Absolutely love it. Keep it going. And keep teaching them to fish, because I know what you're doing there. All these people going on your talk shows, you're giving them a voice. That's spot on. Give them a voice, give them a purpose, give them a reason to open their mouth. Because some of the ones you've had on there are unreal. Love them. Anyway, love to you, brother. I'm Ricardo. I'm a Libra. I'm a Leo ascending. I'm a Libra moon. I'm a Queen of Hearts. I'm a Queen of Swords. And my halo, my aura, is green. See you soon, mate. And just so you know, I was the one who wrote you the message, saying how proud I am and how well you're doing.
Keep right to M4, then take the slip road
Keep right.
on the left.